Okay, we'll start with the scanner class to see a programming example and to see how the scanner class can be used to take the input from the console and and the same input should be written to the file. I'm repeating the problem again. I'm trying to take the input from the console and trying to write that information to the file. So I will use a combination of the scanner class and the print writer class. The scanner class will be used to take the input from the console, and print writer class will be used to take the output to the file. So I have created two file objects, f and f1. One is the text.txt and one is the abc.txt. So I have created a print writer object as a null. This moment within the try, within the print writer object, I pass the f1. f1 means abc.txt. Means whatever will be written, means whatever will be the output, means whatever you will write in the console will be stored in the f1 object of the file that relate to the abc.txt. So within the scanner class, I am using the system.in. So the input will be taken from the console. So this particular loop will run for like from 0 to equal to 5. So 6 times this loop will run, and with the help of the writer object println. So whatever you will read with the scanner object next line method. See, the next line is used to read the input. So whatever the next line input you will read with the scanner object, that input will be written to the with the help of the writer object with the println method. Eventually it will flush your data, means whatever you've written should be stored, and then the writer dot close both the stream, that is the print writer stream and the scanner class stream, will be closed. Let me execute this code. The code is hopefully clear. We are doing what? I have two file objects, f and f1. F belongs to text.txt and f1 belongs to abc.txt. At the line number 14, I am creating a print writer object writer. So within the try catch block at the line number 16, with the help of the writer object, I am passing the file object f1. So any output will be written to the abc.txt, because within the f1 I have passed the file name as the abc.txt. The scanner class will read the input from the system.in. With the help of the system.in to the console. It will read for 6 times from 0 to equal to 5. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. With the next line method, it will read the input from the console. At the same time, whatever has been taken should be with the help of the println method of the print writer class. With the help of the writer object will return to the file. Eventually dot flush will be called to get every data to the file, means it will be just clear the buffer, then you will close the strings. Now, since both the f and f1 has a relative path, so I will show the current working directory. Since I am using the Eclipse, so within this Eclipse workspace, this is the project name MyJava and this is the working area. So this is the current folder where I am working. So expected all those files will be created here only. Let me execute this code and see. Okay, the code has been compiled and it is asking for the console's input. So I will give three input: hello 1, hello 2, hello 3, abc1, abc2 and abc3. It will not take any more inputs from here, and see the 6 will be stored to the file. See, this file has been created at this file has been created this moment at the same time, and this has all this input: hello 1, hello 2, hello 3, abc1, abc2 and abc3. So this means what? You are reading from a file, you are reading from a console and you are storing the data to the file. So from console to the file, this is the possible way. Now somebody asked me, how could you write from a file to file? So how we can write from file to file is, so we need two files, one file for the input that will be associated with the scanner class, and one file for the output that will be associated with the printWriter class. So I have two files, text.txt and abc.txt. So I've created both the files. This moment both the files are present to me. See, what we have to be done is, okay. Now the printWriter object is now associated with F1. So whatever has to be written should be written to abc.txt, and the scanner will read from the text.txt. So from text.txt the data would be transferred to the abc.txt, means you are copying a data from one file to another file with the help of the scanner class and the printWriter class. Now see, has next line is a method that returns true whenever you have a next line, means it will keep on returning until you have a data in the next line present. Okay, the rest of the methods are same. What it will do, has next line will return true whenever you have a next line present in the file, means it will return the read the entire file one at a line at a time, and whatever the data has been written with the next line method will be written with the println statement. Okay, so we'll need to store some data inside the text.txt. So let me write something. ABC hello Java. Okay, so this whole information I have written, and currently see abc.txt is empty. Whenever I will execute this code, okay, the code has been executed and terminated. abc.txt will have all this data in the same way, abc, hello, Java and Android. So means with the help of the printWriter class and the scanner class, you can read from console to the file to file. So the scanner is useful from reading the data from the file and the console. At the same time, the printWriter class is useful to write some data inside the file or to the console. Now we'll see one more program that will give an insight idea what is the importance of flush. See in this code, so we'll see a program that will give an idea what is the importance of flush. So first we will try to see an idea at the console, and at the same time I will try to see some data at the file. So the thing would be more clear with the flush this moment. See, I'm taking whatever I'm reading from the scanner class. Alright, with the help of the the printWriter object is associated with system.out, so it will write data to the console, and a scanner class is associated with the system.in, so it will read from the console only. So we are write console to console. So the idea is, see, this entire loop will execute for 5 times and then this flush will be called. So whatever has been taken like 5 times from the scanner, the output will be resulted to the console with the printWriter after taking 5 inputs. See, this println statement is at the line number 15. If you want to see whatever is being is being read through the scanner class is being writing to the console at the same time. But since the flush has not been used, the flush line number 16 has been commented. After the entire execution of this loop, at the line number 18 the flush has been called. So what will happen? The program will take 5 inputs first, still everything will be stored inside the buffer, and then the flush will be called to execute, like to print the data to the console with the print writer. See, after this, all the outputs are coming. This means the data is being stored in the buffer only. Once the flush has been called, we are getting the output. This means the flush is important. So suppose the flush is, suppose this is not like, is not comment now, what will happen? You type hello, it will be printed to the console. You write ABC, ABC will be printed, means every time the line number 15 is being executed, 16 flush that output to the console. Now suppose we did not have any flush. See, if we write the close also, it will clear the buffer. So I am marking the close as a comment also. See, it will not print anything on the console even after taking 5 inputs. It will not giving any output to me if the program has been terminated, because every data has been stored inside the buffer. But since we are not using the close method or flush method, we are not getting the output at the console. The same idea would be applicable whenever you try with the ABC, like the same thing would be applicable also on the files. Since in this, suppose using the abc.t print writer are now associated with the file abc.txt, and interestingly we did not have any flush, what will happen? You give 5 outputs 3 times, 4 and 5, hello program. But see, the abc.txt will be created, but it will have no data because we did not use the buffer like flush. The data is still present in the buffer, it has not been passed. Okay, now we have the flush at the last. What will happen in this case? It will take 5 inputs. Now this hello would be present in abc.txt. You can take, for easiness, you can take something else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now suppose this is the case. See, the flush is at the last, so after 5 inputs it is being done as a flush. Now suppose this is commented, this is allowed. What will happen? Every input you will pass, that will be stored simultaneously into your abc.txt. Make as a different file for your clearness. abcd.txt. abc. Okay. See, this is now present here. Like means every input you will pass, the file will be updated. Just make sure you close the file so that it could be written off. Still the program can take one more input, but let me see. ABC, whatever you have passed, let me close this file. Give 2 more input, ABC and Java. Program terminates and see. This means for every execution of line number 15, the 16 flushes the data to the file that moment itself. So this is the whole idea. What is the importance of flush and how the scanner class works in association with the print writer class. So the flush is very important, and also the scanner class is used to take the input from the console or from the file. At the same time, the printWriter class is used to write something to the console or to the file. Thank you.